the men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yah, art the most high over all the earth. Enemies gather, hearts full of hate. They speak in whispers, they seal our fate. They are no more, they shout and scheme. But you, oh Yah, see every dream. They make alliances against your own, with cruel intent to dethrone your throne. But you are watching, you are near. Let them tremble when you appear. Make them know you are Yah, the most high above all the earth. Let your fire fall like storms in the sky. Strike down the pride, lift up your worth, so the nations may tremble in awe. Make them know you are Yah. You scattered Midian, crushed Sisera stand. You move with fire, stretched out your hand. Do it again, a warrior king. Show the world you reign over everything. Cover their faces, bring shame to their name. So they'll seek you, not fortune or fame. Let your justice be known once more. Let the wicked fear and the humble adore. Make them know you are Yah, the most high above all the earth. Let your fire fall like storms in the sky. Strike down the pride, lift up your worth, so the nations may tremble in awe. Make them know you are Yah. Confound them, that they may perish in disgrace, that men may know your power, know your name, know your face. Oh yeah, not for vengeance, but for your fame. Rise in truth, glorify your name. Make them know you are Yah, the most high above all the earth. Let your justice shine like the sun in the sky. Strike down the lie, let the truth give birth, so the nations may tremble in awe. Make them know you are Yah. Them know you are. Make them know.
Okay, y'all, there's some breaking news. Diddy finally got his sentence today, and he got 4 years. He's already served 13 months. I knew he'd been in there for over a year, because I remember this time last year, we were all running to do live streams announcing his arrest. So it looks like he's really disappointed, but the prosecution originally wanted to give him 11 years. Remember, these are the lesser charges that he have. The more heavy charges were all dropped. So I think the judge or somebody wanted like 7 to 8 years. So they settled on 4. I think he was believing he was going to get out, because from what I was understanding, he had an appointment to do an interview next week. And of course, he didn't get out. I think he was anticipating getting out, but things just didn't turn out that way. So his attorney, now, this is federal court. federal court don't allow cameras. All right. So you'll hear statements, but they're not directly where you can see Diddy giving the statements. People are just reading his statement. And his attorney, one of his attorneys, appeared on CNN. So we're going to watch a little bit of that first, and then we'll get reaction videos. All right. So let me share my screen. Okay, please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you. All right.
Exclusive interview for you in our Law and Justice lead. CNN's Elizabeth Wagmeister just sat down with Nicole Westmoreland. She is one of the top attorneys for Sean Diddy Combs. For Westmoreland's very first interview since Diddy was acquitted of the most serious charges in his federal sex trafficking trial, but convicted on prostitution offenses. Elizabeth Wagmeister joins us now. Elizabeth, let's start with the major headline that Westmoreland just told you about conversations that they are attempting with the Trump administration about a possible pardon.
Yeah, so there have been many reports recently that the Trump administration has been seriously considering a pardon. Now, I had heard from my sources, Jake, that those reports were premature, and the president actually commented on this just days ago. Take a look at what Nicole told me. Have people in Sean Combs's orbit, have they had conversations with the Trump administration?
Yes. My understanding is that we have reached out.
Reached out is one thing, having a conversation is another. Do you know if there have been active conversations about a pardon?
Yes, it's my understanding that we've reached out and had conversations in reference to a pardon.
President Trump, when he was asked about this pardon, he said, quote, "I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great, and he seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well, but when I ran for office, he was very hostile." And the president indicated that a pardon is likely not on the table because of that break in his relationship with Mr. Combs years ago. How is he feeling now about the chances of a pardon given the president's commentary?
I think that Mr. Combs is a very hopeful person, and I believe that he remains hopeful.
Now, Jake, the White House responded to us when we reached out to comment, and they said that they will not comment on the existence or non-existence of any clemency request.
And Elizabeth, you also asked Westmoreland about the defense team's strategy during the trial. Tell us about that.
Yes, we talked in great length about the strategy during the trial because, of course, as you said, Sean Combs, he was acquitted on the most serious charges. So take a look at what she said about their strategy from day one, Jake. This verdict was, in no uncertain terms, a victory for the defense. Talk about that strategy from day one to come out of the gate and say he is a domestic abuser, but that is not what he is on trial for here.
So, the strategy was to just tell the truth. That's really what we decided, to just tell the truth. We didn't need a creative story. We didn't need to overreach. We knew that telling the truth meant not guilty. We knew that he had not sex trafficked anyone, and we knew that RICO was absurd. So we figured, hey, we'll tell the truth and that will pay off. And I believe that for the most part, that strategy worked.
He is still facing around 70 civil allegations from men, from women, from people who allege that they were minors at the time, across decades with horrific accusations of being drugged, of being sexually assaulted. Each of those cases does have to play through the courts individually. So I understand that he denies them, but those are still active cases.
True, but let me say this to you. We are talking about the United States government. This is the federal government. All right, it doesn't really get any stronger than that. And so they obviously fully investigated Mr. Combs and obviously threw the book at him, right? And so if you think for a second, if the government
Okay, this is actually on CNN side, the freezing. I think it's just a lot of people on this
really thought that there
video.
were minors out there hanging in the balance, if the government really thought that there was drugs in the baby oil or something of that nature, do you think the government just wouldn't have brought that up in a full-fledged criminal trial? Uh, Absolutely not. Right. So that's not even logical. And so if the government had, if there was any real evidence of those allegations, we would have heard all about it in the criminal trial.
Now, Jay, Combs' team has made numerous attempts at bail. Just yesterday, the judge denying him bail. His sentencing is set.
Okay. So you just heard from his attorney that interviewed with CNN. So now we're going to get to the other videos on TikTok.
Diddy is giving his last words at his sentencing hearing before the judge hands down his sentence. Diddy says, "One of the hardest things that I've had to handle has been having to be quiet and not express how sorry I am for my actions. I don't take that lightly. I would like to apologize to Cassie Ventura and her family. I apologize to Jane for bringing you into my mess. I would like to apologize to all the victims of domestic violence. I know that the disgusting video triggered people. I was sick from illegal substances. I needed help, but I didn't get the help. I knew better. My faith taught me better. I'm not this larger than life person. I'm just a human being. I'm trying my best. I lost my freedom, the opportunity to raise my children and be there for my mother. I lost all my businesses. I hate myself right now. I've been stripped down to nothing. I want to apologize to my 7 children. I'm so sorry. You deserve better. To my mother, I feel you taught me better. I let down my community. I wanted to show that we could take care of our own problems. I got lost. I'm not this bad person. I'm sorry to my community. I let y'all down. People can change. I know I've changed. Sometimes you have to go through life experiences. These are not excuses. I can't change the past, but I can change the future. I beg your honor for mercy to be a father again, to be a son again, a leader in my community again, to get the help I need. I don't want to let God down. I have no one to blame but myself. I know I will never put my hands on another person again. I'm willing to comply with any conditions. Me sharing my story, it's not a scheme to get less time. This story is tragic. Your honor gives me a chance to share my story. This has a positive impact. Thank you to the jury. Your honor gave me the confidence in the jury. I believe that I did not have to testify. They sacrificed 8 weeks. I thank them for not guilty. I take full responsibility for my Mann Act convictions. They want you to make an example of me. I want you to think about making an example of what a person can do if they get another chance. Consider the beautiful children who spoke for me. No matter what anyone says, I know that I am truly sorry. Thank you, Your Honor. Now we're just waiting for the judge to hand down the sentencing. But y'all let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
Breaking news just coming out minutes ago. Sean Diddy Combs, Sean Diddy, has been sentenced to 4 years and 2 months in prison. This just coming out moments ago. Make sure you're following me right here. I'll give you breaking news the second it happens.
Sean Diddy Combs was just sentenced to 50 months. Prosecution was asking for 11 years. Probation asked for 5 to 7 years. And his team, defense team, was asking for 14 months. He's gotten 50. I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? So I don't know, but I'm happy that he at least got some time. And I think that the judge was trying to be cautious just in case of an appeal. I don't know. I don't know. He did say that he took into account everything that Diddy has done and also the positive things he's done, but it can't outweigh the bad and the abuse. And he did mention that Jane and Cassie wanted to end it. And he felt like that meant that he needed significant time. So, I mean, this sentencing was a long day. How do you guys feel? What are your thoughts?
Don't have time for the full Diddy today. Here's the details in 1 minute. So basically what's happening today is Diddy is being sentenced for his criminal acts, nothing to do with his civil, just his criminal acts under the Mann Act, where he was convicted by a 12-person jury unanimously for the prostitution of 2 victims. What's happening is they're having a sentencing hearing. It's been going on since 10 a.m. Eastern. The DA or the prosecution or the federal government, whatever you want to call them in this case, is looking for 11 years. Probation did a pre-sentence investigation report, which is standard in a criminal case. It's a background and interview on the defendant. They are recommending between 5 and 7. The judge has already announced as part of this that he doesn't see any reason to go in between the guideline ranges, which would be around 5 to 7 years. So is he going to run them consecutively, which means stacked on one of the other, or concurrently, which means all at the same time? He has that full discretion. I think my guess is that he will run them concurrent for a total sentence of 5 to 7 or something of that nature. Because it is federal court, not Pennsylvania court, the minimum does not have to be more than 1/2 the maximum. Basically, the prosecution is saying that the victims are very hurt by this. They couldn't make statements. They're so upset that Diddy is downplaying this. And of course, the defense is saying Diddy is a natural icon and he's helped everyone and he has plans to do all of these things. And if you guys want to see all of the defense character letters, I got those out last night. I pulled them off the docket. They're in my other previous video, which you can see after this. But what is the judge going to do? This sentencing hearing has been going on for now 4 hours for such a minor offense. If this was a normal prostitution case, he would have gotten probation under PA law. But because of the seriousness of it and the federal government and a jury acquittal, what will the judge do? He is not going to go between what the guideline recommends. He is going to do that because he doesn't want to be appealed. And we know that Diddy has unlimited money and continues to ask to get out of prison. He is desperate to get out of prison. So of course the judge is going to do the guidelines. That's my guess.
Diddy has been sentenced to 4 years behind bars. I know Diddy is not happy about this sentence because he thought he'd be getting out today. He even had a speaking arrangement set for next week because he was so confident with his release. But he's got at least like 3 more years behind bars if they count the 13 months he's already been in. Today was the first time that Diddy ever spoke in the courtroom, and he said that he's a changed man, that he would never harm anyone again. But the judge was not buying it. The judge said, quote, "A significant sentence is required to deter. You say you're sorry and you won't do it again, but after Cassie's civil lawsuit was filed, after the video was public, an investigation started, you had a brutal hotel night with a Jane Doe and punched her in the head." Diddy's family was present in court. A lot of them spoke out today that they wanted Diddy to be released. They wanted their dad back, but they're going to have to wait, 3 more years until that's going to happen. Diddy thought that just losing everything, his reputation, his businesses would be enough, but it's not. And the judge is not convinced that he wouldn't use his resources to go and have more freak-offs and things like that. But what do you guys think of this sentence? I mean, the judge was kind of playing around. At one point, he said 11 years. And then he said, but time served wouldn't be enough. He was going back and forth, but finally fell on 4 years. I just know that Diddy is not happy.
It seemed to me like Diddy's sentencing going worse than the trial. Huh? It seemed like Diddy's sentencing going worse than the damn trial. To me, it looked like y'all trying to give him time on the charges that he got found not guilty on. Huh? 27 points? I know niggas who was carrying in boatloads that got less time than that and less points than that. Damn, prosecution said 24 points. The judge talking about something, he see 27, and you telling me the defense only showed for 14? You telling me it's this big of a gap? Come on now. I know people who catch charges like this all the time and they be home in 6 months. He going to court for a year. Sidebar, Diddy. Hosting a motivational speech next week. That was a little preposterous. Unless your mama the Oracle from the Matrix, I think that was a bad move. I digress. This is ridiculous. Now, somebody got to say something. Listen, if the man is as bad as y'all say he is, he gonna be back. Huh? God damn, y'all writing 4-page letters. Did y'all close it with a kiss like Aaliyah? Damn. Judge back there reading the goddamn letters. That's what's taking so long. We've been here all day. Give that nigga his time and let him move around. Y'all fighting and talking about some just for the stuff that we heard all in court. He need more time. The man got found not guilty on most of the stuff that y'all talking about. Come on now, prosecution. Y'all is sliding right now, bro. This is ridiculous. We ain't through with Diddy. They said they carrying this into Monday. Do y'all know the jail's gonna be lit this weekend if Diddy don't get goddamn sentenced today? This is ridiculous. Come on now. But what do I know? I'm just a messenger.
Breaking news, y'all. So this Diddy shit is finally over. He got an out date now. He can go chill and sit the fuck down, do the rest of his time. Now, he beat the sex trafficking and the racketeering charge. He should be happy for that. He should be happy that he only got 5 years for transportation to engage in prostitution. They got him on 2 counts of that. And I think he blessed. I think you lucky. I think this your second chance to come out and do right. And goddamn it, make as much right as much wrong as you can. This is his chance. And, you know, I don't think Diddy a real super bad guy. I think everybody fuck up. Everybody get caught up in their ways. And this is his chance to goddamn it start over, come out, and really be about that love shit. So they gave him 5 years for 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. And I believe his time start today. He don't get time served for the time he did already. None of that. Yeah. So tell me what y'all think, man. Y'all think this was fair? Y'all agree or disagree?
Well, y'all, that is it. So he got 4 years. He already been in there because he got arrested in September 2024. So he's been in 13 months as of now, and he'll be out in about 3. He'll be out in about 3. So, yeah, I'm sure he don't like it. And, well, it's not very much he can do. And to be honest with you, the way this judge seems in this case, I don't even think appealing will do him any good. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't feel it's a long enough sentence for everything that happened. But remember, Diddy is still a man with money. He's still got all that money. So, you know, although he got to serve this time, him being a billionaire, trust me, that did help him. It did help tremendously. Yep, 4 years, 2 months. How you doing, Queen Amadaya? I saw Tisa Tails was down there today. I didn't watch her full video, but I just saw her pop up real briefly. Well, yeah, participating in a drug program. Yeah, I did hear about that, Queen Amadaya. So, y'all, that's all she wrote for Diddy. I mean, look, consider yourself lucky, Diddy. It may not be the sentence you want, but look, the prosecution wanted 11 years, and you didn't even get half of that. So, you know, you may have to sit there a little longer, but in your case, that might be a blessing in disguise to only get the 4 years in 2 months, for real. Yeah, yeah, it depends on his behavior, but, uh, I mean, he's been in there, what, 13 months? And it hasn't really been a lot of earth-shattering things going on behind bars other than the food got maggots and things like that. It's filthy in there, but you haven't really heard about him getting in a lot of trouble behind bars. At least so far he hasn't, not that I'm aware of. Yeah, R. Kelly got 30 years exactly. Exactly. So Diddy is way luckier than that. He really is fortunate, based on the sentence that he got. 2 years and some change. Okay, Queen Amadaya. So you think he'll do about 2 years, maybe a few months. Okay, fair enough. Mhm. Well, see, the heavier charges got thrown out. He was not found guilty on. And really, he was just sentenced on the lesser charges. So really, if you don't have the bigger charges like he did in the beginning, he really wouldn't get that much time. And 3 years, 2 years, I mean, he'll be out of there soon. He'll still be out of there soon. Mhm. Well, y'all, that's all I wanted to bring you. This was breaking news. And in fact, I heard a couple of people listening to this when I stepped outside for a moment. I could hear people listening to the sentencing outside. So it was a lot of people tuned in for it, that's for sure. Mhm. I don't even know if Art Kelly is paying attention. You think he's paying attention to Diddy's trial? I don't know. I don't know if he's even paying attention. Mm-mm-mm. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and let you go because there are some things I have to run around and get done before sundown when Sabbath starts. So I got a lot of running to do right now. And I'm going to get myself up and start that running around. I'm going to start. So, y'all, please enjoy the rest of your night. And some of you I will see tomorrow. I do have a couple of videos that I've already done, and I got ready to go for tomorrow. And we also have our Bible study. So just be on the lookout for those live streams, and I will see you then. Now, I do have one person to shout out. Move peacefully. Thank you for becoming a new channel member and your support for my channel. Thank you so much. Shalom, family.